End of the day with Ray. Hello, my friends. Well, folks, I want to do a part two of Fujifilm, disrupting the Americas, disrupting digital technologies all across the world, especially with their graphics and industrial print applications. Last week, they had the big reveal in Hanover at their corporate office for graphics communications. And today I wanted to bring on Andrew Gunn. Andrew Gunn is in the marketing sector of the production and industrial print space over there at Fujifilm, and you've seen him on the End of the Day with Ray before. But Andrew, it was great being at that event, and thanks for coming on the show, man.
Yeah, thanks for being here. I know we've done these things before, but I think this is the first time I've actually got to be on kind of your studio, so to speak. So good to be here.
Yeah, we were doing it live most of the time, but I know you were busy.
Yeah.
At the big event there outside of Chicago. And, let's start out with that. How did that event go? You brought in dealers from around the country, a very select few one day, and then you had the press the next day. So kind of tell us what was going on there in Chicago.
Yeah, so thanks, Ray. As you know, we did our big reveal where we launched 3 new exciting products this week. The 2 products in the EP entry production color space, the Revoria PC285 and our Revoria EC2100. Both are kind of, or not kind of, they're completely clean sheet new design products that we're bringing out that are down market versions of our, award-winning Revoria Press 1120 with all of the embellishments. We're bringing those offerings downstream, and I always say democratizing the ability to do high-end production, but at a entry and mid-level price. So I thought that was pretty cool. Launched the new 1160 continuous feed inkjet press, and again, that's something we talked about at Hunkler in Switzerland a few weeks ago, but it was kind of our coming out party as well, so very exciting with those 3 new announcements. But, we had our channel partner in, and we had our kind of VIP slash media day on the Wednesday, so we wanted to make sure that we gave love to both, because the channel is something that is huge, as you know. I mean, you talk about it every day. You've got your own podcast about it, right? So that's you know about that. You were there for that event, and of course we had a great good time at Top Golf. But I think a lot of the things that we spoke about, Ray, at the event were are things that you talk about daily. How we've got these common issues that created all these headwinds in the market, right? And there's this over reliance on highly skilled humans and traditional methods and manual processes. So the big focus there was, well, how do we turn those headwinds into tailwinds at Fujifilm with our digital disruption platform? And hey, what better way to talk about a few new amazing solutions and innovative products than that, and show our channel partners all the great things that we've got to offer, and hopefully get them on board. So it was an exciting week. Excited to see all the great things that come out of it. Yeah.
When are we going to see? I always say you guys have a great roots, and there's no doubt about it, in this graphics high-end production, even industrial. Some of your flatbed inkjet technologies. I mean, just awesome technologies. Yeah. You also have a business technology for print equipment, MFPs, if you will, for businesses. You've been providing a major player in the industry. We all know who that is for decades. Their print equipment. But, I really want to see it. I'm not seeing it yet. Maybe you could kind of give me some insights. But it would really be nice to see you guys get into the marketplace around this business print, because I really believe you're going to get the graphics in production anyway. In America here, we had the big announcement with Marco, where Marco had signed up, and they're out there doing the thing, I guess, with the business or MFPs. But are we going to see more of that? I mean, I want to see it kind of like bust out. When are we going to see Fujifilm kind of bust out in that business print space?
Right. So you're talking about how we've got the high-end space, wide format inkjet, embellishments, toner. We've got that, right? But it's more than just like having it. Like, we're transforming it, and we're disrupting it. Transformation is kind of in the rearview mirror. We're being more disruptive, because we've got that legacy plates business that we need to pull them in through with us, and making sure that they're getting into those digital applications and being profitable in that space. So we can't, nor will we, at any point in time, take our eye off helping them and moving them through. To your point, you're asking more along the lines of, okay, so you've got your stuff going on here, but what about into the A3, A4 space, right? And I think that certainly we've got the technology there. I touched on that a little bit. We've got over 30 different offerings in that A3, A4 space where we can play and start, going into those, those we call gem accounts, government, education, medical, and manufacturing, right? Where, you're right. There's a lot of opportunity there. And you might have heard me use the term crawl, walk, run a few times over those few days, where I think we're slowly coming out of the crawl, because again, this is a business that we've only been direct in now for a couple of years. Just remembering that, right? So we've typically gone through, taking our products and OEM them through other folks, as you know.
Sure.
So we're coming out of that crawl and getting into that fast-paced walk now. And I think as you see in the coming, 18 months, you're going to see us walking with a bit more of a heavy foot when it comes into that full platform of offerings, not just the high-end production space, but also coming down through into the mid and low space and helping customers, whether they're enterprise accounts or whether they're print for pay GC accounts, having that right size, that balanced type of and I don't like to say portfolio, I like to say platform, having that balanced platform. Because again, you know that we've got the innovation, and we touched on it a little bit. It was on display in the Rotunda room that we were hosting customers in. So I think you're going to continue to see a growing, louder drumbeat around that technology. It's just a matter of time and making sure that we scale at the right pace and don't try to be all things to all people, because you can do that, but if you try to do it too fast, right, you can get yourself into a world of hurt. So we're trying to avoid that and making sure that we're doing right by our stakeholders as we progress.
Well, you've always been very financially responsible, obviously. And Fujifilm is one of the more profitable organizations. As a matter of fact, if you look at all the conglomerates, I did a ranking on this at one point, and Fujifilm actually ranked number one, 5 years of operating profit as a conglomerate. It's the average. So, kudos to that. You got to respect that. But at the same time, I think you have a big opportunity in this business print space. I don't want you to take too damn long. We know that you're doing the graphic stuff and you do that really well, and I think you'll get more of that. We'll probably redefine who and how we go into industrial print in the market. I don't necessarily believe that's going to be through business print expertise, selling flatbed, industrial inkjet machines. But Fujifilm definitely does have the portfolio. I was very impressed with what I saw at the Hanover office. I want to do everything I can to kind of help you in that business space, but we need to be disruptive on it. I on Friday's episode, I said go buy Konica. That'll kind of get you there quicker. But however avenue you all choose to do that, I would just warn that we don't want to do it the way everybody else is doing it. I don't think any dealer wants to just grab another OEM. There has to be a compelling business argument for that. I do believe you win that business argument when you get into production and in graphics. I mean, let's be honest. I mean, you've got a couple players that do a couple $100 million a year in that space. They shouldn't even be in it. Fuji's been well respected in that space. I could tell by the people that showed up at your event. So I just I just want to throw that in there. I think you need to walk a little bit faster. It's the crawling crap should be over with by now. I'm hoping, Andrew.
Well, I mean, I don't know if we've never played cards or golf or anything like that together, but as you can see, we typically, I fall in line with Fuji. I like to be able to make sure that we're doing right by the stakeholders. By stakeholders, I mean the customers in the market, as well as the channel partner, right? And making sure that we're able to be there and support them. The technology is there, to your point, but it's more than sometimes about just the innovation. It's that entire 360 capabilities, if you will. And if you've got a gap in that, you want to make sure that you fill the gap. So we'll make sure that we walk fast, but we'll also make sure that we walk with a very, how shall I say, be aware of what maybe we don't know and get better at that, right? So I hear what you're saying. We're going to continue to do that. We're going to continue to be purposeful in that. But like I say, we need to make sure that we do right by the stakeholders, customers, channel partners, and even our service folks are doing their part too.
Well, it's exciting times. There's no doubt about it. When are you going to have another event, and where will it be? Are you going to do any kind of road shows, or are you going to stick with bringing people to Chicago?
Well, that's a good question. I mean, we're always trying to get customers into the Graphics Innovation Hub. I mean, heck, we've hosted you now there, I think, twice in 3 months. So, we're trying to drive customers into our Graphics Innovation Hub all the time. But we've got a whole bunch of stuff coming up around franchise print. We've got ACUP, we've got IPMA, we've got Printing United, which is just around the corner. There's the Inkjet Summit, which Michael Poulin and Mark Friedman from our team are going to be heading down to. You name it. I'm probably missing a few here. I did touch on franchise print. We've got Graphics Canada, which Fuji's actually not going to be there directly, but we're going there to support one of our channel partners who's going to be displaying Fujifilm technology there, just to kind of show that power of partnership at that event. So we've got a lot going on. Don't go too far. Well, you never do, because I get all the great stuff from you at the end of the day.
The end of the day.
You can do so many good puns with that, right?
Yeah, pretty much.
So we've got a lot of stuff going on, but I think, as always, Ray, you'll be the first to hear about it, and we'll make sure that you're part of the squad. So as always, we want to thank you for being a good friend of Fuji, but also making sure you're keeping the industry honest and keeping us honest. And we look forward to a great partnership together with you guys.
Well, the industry needs to be shaken up. There's no doubt about it. And the only people that are going to shake it up, the people that have the wherewithal. You all have the wherewithal. So let's just start, well, as they say, shaking some stuff up. Andrew, it's always great having you on. Is there anything you want to add before we end this?
No, just check it out. We did a lot of social stuff on LinkedIn around our digital disruption event, so make sure to check it out. Any questions, reach out to me or the team. And again, we can't wait to disrupt the market with these three fantastic new products. But any questions, please reach out to me, andrew.gunn@fujifilm.com. And Ray, have a good end of the day.
You got it, because everybody watching us knows this. Status quo is the killer of all that'll be invented. Don't get stuck there. I'll see y'all tomorrow.